Hi, I'm Danny Knightmare, and I'm a horror addict. Tonight I'm going to give you my top 5 current horror directors. By my criteria, that means they've directed a horror movie or at least a horror television show episode within the last 5 years. And to be a horror director, they have to have done at least more than one horror project. Now, of course, this is completely subjective, alright? This is not the definitive list. This is my opinion, alright? So don't be like, well, your opinion sucks. This is the best horror director. I want to know who your horror directors are. Make sure in the comments you tell me who they are. Just, if you're going to write me a giant paragraph about how wrong I am, have fun. I'll probably read the first sentence of it. This is my favorite current horror movie directors. Number 5, Ari Aster. Made us all lose our heads in 2018 with Hereditary. Now, even though it was my favorite movie, it was creepy as all hell. I did enjoy it. And in 2019, he blew our minds once again with Midsommar. And I really liked this one. This one is just good old wholesome, creepy-ass pagan horror. Basically, everything The Wicker Man should have been. And I can't wait to see what Ari does next. Who cares? I shit on The Wicker Man, but I love Crazy Cage.
How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned? Oh, my eyes! My eyes! Ah!
Number 4, Joe Lynch. I love Joe. If he stuck to horror a little more than just violent movies, he'd probably be even higher on this list. A lot of his movies aren't really horror, they're just really violent. But he's got some definite horror ones. Back in 2017, he gave us Mayhem, which is, it's kind of like The Purge. It's kind of like a zombie movie, but it's neither at all. Plus it had Samara Weaving in it. And not too long ago, Joe Lynch also gave us 12 Deadly Days, a TV little mini-series. It came out in 2016. In 2013, he gave us The Knights of Badassum. And I know that he's kind of unhappy with the way they put that movie together. I don't know. I still really like it. And, he was one of the directors in Chillerama. Of course, 2007's Wrong Turn 2, Dead End. And it blew my mind that the sequel to Wrong Turn, which I wasn't that big of a fan of to begin with, was way better. And then, they kept getting better. No, they didn't actually. Joe Lynch's is by far the best, but I think there's like 6 of them now. Number 3, Robert Eggers. 2019, Robert gave us The Lighthouse. And boy, this movie is not a fun time. No, but it's not supposed to be. It rocks you and just makes you claustrophobic with its full-frame short footage, and it's also black and white, so bleak. It drags on a little bit, but in the way that it's supposed to. This movie is art. And damn, that seagull ending. That was worth it. That was totally worth it. Plus, he also gave us The Witch, or The Witch, or The Vivitch. The poster's confusing. He gave us The Witch in 2015, and I still love Black Phillip. Number 2, Jordan Peele. Kind of sad that he's only producing / one of the writers for Candyman. I was hoping he was going to direct it, but that's okay. I'm still looking forward to it. 2019, he gave us Us, which was a really cool, spooky movie. I don't think the science really works out. That kind of pulled me out of it, but hey, it was still good. I liked it. And of course, he gave us in 2017, Get Out. Masterpiece. Seriously, get out and go see it if you haven't already. Now, before I give you my number 1, here's some honorable mentions. Fede Alvarez, who did Don't Breathe in 2016 and The Evil Dead remake in 2013. Vincent DeSanti from Never Hike Alone in 2017, and I know that's a fan film made. He's also made some cool short films. A lot of people on this list have. I definitely want to see him do something a little more like his own creation, but hey, I don't care. He's doing Jason Wright when nobody else is, so good for him. We're getting Never Hike in the Snow, I think sometime this year. I'm looking forward to it. And I love how he brings Thomas Matthews, my favorite Tommy Jarvis, back to play Tommy Jarvis. That's fucking awesome. My last honorable mention, Sam Raimi. He hasn't been doing a whole lot of horror lately. That's why he is not officially on the list. But in 2020, he did give us that 3-part episode of The 50 States of Fright. Also, in 2015, he directed the first episode of Ash vs. the Evil Dead. We should come back to do like a movie finale for that. Maybe, Evil Dead 4 or Ash vs. the Evil Dead, the movie, whatever you want to call it. I know Bruce said no now, but he's changed his mind before on stuff. Come on, we can convince him.
It's also okay to not make a sequel. We've all gone a little sequel crazy, a little remake crazy, myself included.
So yeah, Raimi is one of probably my overalls. He barely counts as a current horror director, I know, with all the Spider-Mans, and apparently doing Doctor Strange. I am looking forward to that. And now, of course, for my number one, Adam fucking Green. I mean, was it not obvious? I fucking love that man. I met him and he's like so down to earth and so cool, and he just made, which was like, you know, one of the saddest situations to go and to barbecue for. Just a really good time. And he's a huge hero of mine, big inspiration. And if you're unfamiliar with Adam's work, well, he's given us Victor Crowley, which was Hatchet 4 in 2017. He also directed Hatchet 2 in 2010, and the original Hatchet in 2006. Why didn't he direct the third one, I don't know, but it was still good. Gave us Digging Up the Marrow in 2014, Frozen in 2010, and no, not the Disney movie. I'm sure those jokes are there, and I'm sure Adam's pissed off that they stole his title, but he needs to just let it go. His is much better. He was one of the directors for Chillerama back in 2011, and Frankenstein, and maybe as tasteless as that kind of is, this is the best short film in that movie. And he also co-directed Spiral back in 2007, and he's done so much more than just the movies he's directed. He does a horror short film every Halloween. I think there's like 20 of them now, if not 21. I think we're definitely in the 20s. He also has other shows on YouTube like Horrified and Scary Sleepover, where he talks to horror legends and finds out either something that was like the most horrifying moment of their life, or, you know, has a slumber party with them and learns what their fears are. Though it usually ends up with him just being scared at the end of the night. He's got the most lovable dog, Arwen. My dog, Brocky, has a huge crush on. And most importantly, he gave us Holliston. And we're all hoping that maybe now that Holliston's going to be on Shudder, maybe we can get that season 3. I know it's not going to be the same without Odorous, because Odorous, God, we fucking love Odorous, but season 2 ended in such a crazy moment that we just need a little more. We need a little more, Adam. And if for you that don't know what Holliston is, it's like a TV show. I've heard a lot of people compare it to being like the Big Bang Theory for horror nerds. I don't really watch the Big Bang Theory, so I don't know if that's true, but it is a great TV show for horror nerds and metal nerds too. Adam, it's the reason why you're my number one, buddy. Can't wait for a Hatchet 5 or a Victor Crowley 2 or whatever you're gonna call it. Daniel Harris coming back. That's another reason why I love Adam. Always puts horror legends, like for anyone from Daniel Harris to Kane Hodder, anybody that he can, Tony Todd, like anybody. And if they're horror related, he puts them in his projects. And it's good, because those people need to be appreciated. They need, every time I hear that they're getting a paycheck, they're doing more work for them, I am super happy. They deserve it. Adam, you're the man. So let me know in the comments below who your favorite horror directors are. Remember, this was all just my opinion, but I'd love to hear yours, so tell me down below. Cut. Should we do another take? No? Okay, cut.